Hello everybody, and welcome back to Subnautica. Now, honestly, this is a game I wasn't expecting to come back to very quick, seeming as deathly afraid of this video game. But here I am, recording on the exact same day I recorded the first episode. But this time, it's at night, so see how it goes. But first things first, I think I want to accomplish now is getting the parts for our base. I wanted to get our base together in this episode, or at least started. Not necessarily built up too much, but just enough. And to start that, we're gonna need probably quite a bit of materials, I'd assume. So, I think while we wait for another mission, I think I'm actually going to go try to explore the ship a little bit. Start this episode off right with a little bit of exploration. I don't think we need an extra battery, so we should be good in terms of that. Should only need to bring these items and ourselves. And we should have enough charge. Like I said before, I'm kind of surprised I've actually had this much fun on this game. I didn't really expect it with how many times I've tried to get into it and just couldn't have. Simply because I was too freaked out. And we should be good to go in here now that we have the radiation suit. Maybe even picking up a few parts in here. I'm trying to get away from those things. Grav trap. It seems like it is actually affecting us. I think. Which is odd because it shouldn't be now that we have the radiation suit. Why does it still say radiation detected? I'm not really sure how we're supposed to get in there. If I wasn't even able to get close to it at all. But we'll look for stuff to research over here. I remember the radiation levels reaching this far out. At least the last time we were here. I really want to find the parts for the multi-purpose room so we can go ahead and start our base. I think that's like objective number 1 as of right now. Is just trying to locate the multi-purpose room. Which shouldn't be too hard, but I also don't know. Seamoth fragment.
New blueprint acquired.
Maybe that's what we just end up doing, is building up the Seamoth. Not too bad of an idea.
Acquired.
And we already have most of these blueprints ready. Guess we'll go ahead and swim home. What is this guy doing? I was just going back home and coming back for air. I've kind of come to enjoy like having these guys around my base. They kind of bring light to the very dire situation I'm in. But they're kind of just silly creatures to have around.
Oxygen.
But we'll go ahead and get them on the ground. And what was the blueprint we had just gotten? So we need to get the mobile vehicle bay and probably another battery. And we do have an extra 2 batteries now, which is kind of nice. I think we're gonna go do a little bit of cave exploration, or at least try to find one. And I think we found our cave. Gonna go up and grab some air and then maybe do some exploration of it. Just want to make sure we have enough air, because I'm not really sure how deep this goes. I think there's something chasing us, but it's very dark down here. We are in need of a lot of lithium, which seems like it's in abundance down here. Kind of heading off in a direction opposite of the ship, just to see if I can't find like a different cave system, or maybe a new part of the multi-purpose room. Though a lot of this is in already charted territory, and I don't necessarily want to go deeper into this cave. That is, without a Seamoth at least. And maybe we'll push down a little bit. And just look at that. I love the environments this game is so good at creating.
The conditions in this cave support a microcosm of unique, possibly predatory life forms. Detecting an artificial structure somewhere in the region.
So it seems like there is actually hostile things here, which kind of makes me think might not be too good of an idea without the sea moth. Oh, we actually just ran out of batteries. Probably the worst thing that could have happened in a cave 200 meters under the surface. We kind of have two main things we're looking for right now. We need the multi-purpose room and we need the vehicle bay. And I'm not really sure where to find either of those. I'm kind of stuck finding the things I've already found. So I'm kind of hoping I come up on it soon. Everything just feels so much bigger in this game. And I think it's a really kind of hits a nail on the head with this game is just the sense of pure size. You're like hundreds of times smaller than 90% of the things in this world. And with that, I think that's a good sign to turn around and go home. Anytime the music just completely shuts off and you hear a distant scream, I feel like that's a pretty good sign to just go home. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. Or at least head in a somewhat different direction. Maybe not home yet. Oh, never mind. Guess we're going straight home. We have another task awaiting us. And we finally made it back home. So now we have a chance to listen to this radio message.
This is Sunbeam. You know Aurora. We're from a little transgov on the far side of Andromeda, and we have a saying there. There's no bad without the good, no good without the bad. Sounds like you tasted a bunch of the former, but that only means you're overdue a whole lot of the latter. Might just be we're in. We're scanning for somewhere to park. We'll be in touch when we find it. Sunbeam out.
So it looks like there are people actually here, but I don't know exactly where. Maybe touching down on a different part of the world. But he didn't really end up giving us a task. I'm kind of struggling to find things to do because I'm not really sure exactly what I'm able to explore. But I guess I'll go and find out right now. I'm going to take a chance and say these things are friendly. Which they actually seem to be. Though we can't really scan them. They're not letting us
The
really.
biomass in this area is dominated by plant life, picking up faint Altera vehicle signatures.
Altera vehicles. So maybe we'll finally be able to get the vehicle bay. I'm not sure, but I don't think this is actually supposed to be a thing. I'm not exactly sure there's supposed to be islands on this map. Oh, maybe there are. There's a radio station up there. But we're gonna go look for these vehicle pieces. And we have a radio message awaiting us when we get home. We'll go ahead and take a listen.
Playing partially translated broadcast.
9 new biological subjects designated. Mode: hunting, analyzing, sharing subject locations with other agents.
I'm not really sure what that was. He said it was partially decrypted. I don't exactly remember the words he used, but whatever it was interesting nonetheless.
New blueprint acquired.
And we are actually finding some more new blueprints this way.
New blueprint acquired.
So I'd assume this is the direction we're supposed to be going in. And hopefully the vehicle bay is this way. Or at least something worthwhile. But it seems like we always end up in the exact same spots where we just were. But we're actually far away right now. Kind of in a bad spot right now. We don't have any more battery for our... I think we're just gonna get out of here. I think if we push any more that way, we'll just end up dying. I'm not really sure exactly where we're supposed to be going right now. So, I think I actually ended up fixing our problem. I didn't actually notice that we didn't have our radiation helmet on. So, we were kind of just going over there with, well, missing half a radiation suit. But now we should be perfectly fit to go over there and be able to explore it. So that's what we're gonna go do now. Though I don't know why I'm deciding to do it at nighttime, but it's alright. Kind of surprised that there's still living creatures here. there's actually a point where we can make our way onto the land. I think the generation on this world is a little bit buggy, but I'm honestly really not complaining about it. It kind of makes for some cool cave systems, but I'm kind of hoping there's a spot where we can get onto the ship, or at least find some of the parts we've been missing.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
So the rebreather is really nice for at least going somewhat deeper. I don't even want to question what that is. I think I know the answer, but I also don't really want to find out at the same time.
30 seconds.
We're very far from where we should be, so before anything I'm gonna go ahead and save real quick, just in case something happens. Really hope I don't get snatched up by that giant Reaper Leviathan.
Life form readings in this region are sparse. The Aurora's radioactive fallout will have devastating effects on the alien ecosystem if not contained within the next 24 hours.
So I think that's our main objective. Contain the Aurora in 24 hours. Kill these gross things. I just know that from watching videos. It's kind of what you're supposed to do, or they end up like, they're kind of like face huggers from Alien. But go ahead and get them out of here. And we do have to find a way around. Go ahead and grab blueprints along our way.
New blueprint acquired. New blueprint acquired.
As soon as we actually do need our extinguisher, I think there's a couple things we need to end up making before coming back here. Why is it not hitting this? But yeah, I think there are a couple things we have to make before we end up coming back here. It'd also be nice if we had a sea moth, but unfortunately we don't have that luxury.
Warning, ship's structural integrity is low. Fire suppression equipment and laser cutters may be required. Exploration is conducted at your own risk.
We're gonna need a laser cutter and fire extinguisher to fully explore this place. Maybe we get a lucky fire extinguisher.
Preparing the day's water ration ahead of time will help ensure against dehydration and eventual death. Caution. Scans show the digestive tracts of nearby life forms contain human tissues.
Does she mean that, like, these things have confirmed to have eaten humans? I'm not really sure if we're meant to be all the way up here, or we're just kind of up here to be up here right now. But I think we're gonna go back and make a laser cutter along with grabbing our fire extinguisher. never mind. Here we go. And they actually did give us our own fire extinguisher. Just to borrow. Swap out a repair tool for now. Moving all that out.
Integrating new PDA data. Aurora systems are running on local reserve power, unable to remotely download black box data.
I think we'll continue the trend of reading all the PDAs when we get back to our base.
Integrating new PDA data. New blueprint acquired. Integrating new PDA data.
I feel like the decoration and the detailing in this game are kind of underappreciated. When I watch videos on this game, I don't really find many people focusing on the building aspect of this. But now we're met with a roadblock. How exactly are we meant to get past this though? It's seeming like the tremors are getting worse and worse. But I think we're actually gonna go back home. Officially this time. And I think we're gonna grab our repair tool and all the other necessary items. Oh! Kind of preemptively did that. But I'm not really sure why, but some of these monsters have like green spots on them. I'm not sure if those are like different species or what those are. Kind of enjoying just swimming around in absolute silence, just enjoying the flora and fauna. This game looks really good, and I'm kind of just taking the time to appreciate that as I slowly make my way back home. And now we're back home. See what it takes to actually make a laser cutter. And those ingredients are unknown. So it looks like we're going to do a little bit of exploration, but I'm just not exactly sure where. I feel like I've explored most of this. I can try going this direction, but I feel like it will end up just being like another giant circle all the way back. think I accidentally just dropped my rebreather. I didn't exactly mean to do that. Didn't even know that was possible. But pretty sure that's gone now. I did actually end up looking up where some of the parts were. Just because I really wasn't sure at all.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen
But it said
efficiency
some of the
decreased.
parts were in the kelp forests, so I'm assuming that's what this place is. But I'm not really sure which kelp forest it's specifically referring to. And I may have to go back home real quick to create another rebreather. I didn't even know I could do that. It's kind of unfortunate. I think we're good to actually... Oh no. I think we are actually able to outrun those hostile creatures that are in the kelp forest. Go ahead and hopefully craft another oh, the rebreather was actually really expensive. I forgot about that. I need fiber mesh and a wiring kit, which requires 2 silver. And luckily we do have 2. We actually have 3. But we do have another signal coming in. Go ahead and craft one of these rebreathers. And then go ahead and answer this call.
Aurora, we're approaching the planet now. We have a landing site for you that's... well, it's better than the alternatives. We've sent you the coordinates. It'll take us a couple of days to align our orbit. We should be able to establish direct contact with you during that time. Then we're coming in to get you. Cross your fingers, the weather holds. Don't leave us waiting. Sunbeam out.
And we're actually given 40 minutes to go to that. I'm not sure if we're like somehow getting a different ending. I've never actually seen any of these dialogues before, so it's kind of odd to me. Not exactly sure what's going on, but I'm assuming it's all part of the story. So we have about 40 minutes until the sunbeam arrives, and in that time I can hopefully get this stuff for a sea moth.
It is your primary domain.
Not exactly sure what we're being attacked by. Oh, but words. I'm not exactly sure where we're at all, in fact. I don't even know what just happened. Luckily it does seem like keep inventory is on. I don't even know what that was. Hello everybody. I'm finally back after getting all the parts for the vehicle bay, and which is good because kind of was feeling like I wasn't making much progress this episode. Kind of just spent a lot of the first part of the episode running around and exploring, but hopefully we're able to do a little more now. And go ahead and make power cell. And then we just need a titanium ingot, which we actually need 10 titanium for, which we do have, though that is pretty expensive. It should be fine. And now we have our vehicle bay. Now we'll be able to finally get the sea moth too. Finally some sort of progression. Go ahead and throw this in the water. There we go. And we can climb aboard. And then we need a sea moth. So we need lead, another power cell, some lubricant, and another titanium ingot. So we'll go ahead and pin that recipe, though it's kind of blocked by when the sunbeam will arrive. That's alright though. I was just crafting everything for the sea moth, but I noticed we actually do have a radio message.
This is Officer Keenan, Light Pod 19. The captain is gone. I have assumed command. The last thing the captain did was give me coordinates for dry land. We regroup 1.5 kilometers southwest of the crash site. Stay together and good luck. This message will now repeat.
Rendezvous coordinates corrupted. Transmission origin coordinates downloaded. Signal location uploaded to PDA.
So now we're actually given a couple different options of going and exploring, but I think first and foremost we're going to go ahead and make our sea moth.
The sea moth is a
Go ahead and
fast,
do that.
safe mode of transport, but remember that swimming is good for your glutes and endorphin levels.
Now that we have this thing, I don't think we'll end up needing to swim at all. Now this machine's kind of the answer to all of our issues. Now we're given our own safety bubble in the ocean, and a way more reliable form of transport. So I think it does require power cells. And luckily for us, those are easy to craft. I just grab another piece of rubber. And I'll need one more piece. We don't really need anything right now, but now we're finally able to start making some sort of progress. I think now that I do have the sea moth unlocked, we're gonna head over to the Sunbeam landing site, but only because it's on the way of this cave I want to explore. Or rather, the cave is on the way of the location we need to go to. We're accidentally hitting everything in front of us. I've always loved the feel of the submarine in this world. It's like our one little safe spot, safe from all of the predators. Well, that is at least most of them. Not all of them will be friendly. But we'll go down in this cave. We were being attacked back there, but I kind of think it's this game's way of telling us that it's not in our interest to get too confident now that we have some sort of transport. Everything that could kill us before can still kill us just as easy now. It does look like we're coming up to a planet.
Energy signature in the region. Cannot identify.
And look at that. I don't think that's the ship though. I'm not sure exactly what it is at all actually. Maybe it's some sort of alien structure? Kinda looks like what that could be. It looks very alien. And yet again we're met with those head crab things. Now I didn't want to exactly be here just yet. So we're actually going to do a little bit of backtracking. Just have to make sure our SUBNAUT is fully repaired just before we go and explore this cave. Go ahead and put our lead mask on, though we really won't be needing it very much. It's kind of just to protect us from radiation. But we'll actually do ourselves a solid and go ahead and save the game before we get in there too deep.
Warning, maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
And we are actually only allowed to be 200 meters, which honestly is kind of lame. Doesn't really let us access very much. So I guess we'll just wait around for the sunbeam to arrive. Oh, we have a little bit of extra time, so I think we might as well do a little bit of exploration of this cave. It seems like it does have a cavern in it. A really deep one at that. I'm not exactly sure what we're gonna find in here, but who knows. I don't really want to do too much of this without any kind of map as to how to get out of here. Oh, because I know I'll get lost really easy, and I believe I already am. So, oh, here we go. definitely not staying in there for too long. I got a shale outcrop. Cool. Go ahead and go explore more of the normal island. Actually, never mind, there's still a little bit more cave. And we're met with gold.
Remember, the materials you gather are the property of the All Terra Corporation. You will be liable to reimburse the full market price. Your current bill stands at 3 million credits.
So we actually have to buy the materials that we collect for ourselves. I think that's a little counterintuitive, but well, they are our boss, so I guess we won't be fighting against it too much. What is this? Some foreign lost machinery? Or maybe even alien tech. Looks like we do have to make a purple tablet. This carbon-based device is lighter than it looks, and it features a symbol which represents a U. Despite the onboard power still functioning, algae growth on the exterior indicates it was abandoned hundreds, perhaps thousands of years ago. So it is long-lost technology. And I forgot to actually play these back at base, so now that we have some time, we'll do it now.
Exiting sleep mode. Loading voice recognition. Engineer Barclay and Chief Technology Officer you identified. Drone, get me a propulsion cannon. Repulsion cannon retrieved.
Hey, Berkeley. Install that circuit box with that repulsion cannon and you'll punch a hole in the cargo bay.
Damn it, Drone, I said propulsion, not repulsion. Recalibrate sensors. Senses recalibrated.
Sensors aren't the problem. I tweaked the program. It's like you now. It doesn't like being told what to do.
Drone, I know...
His name's Albert now.
Albert, I know it's not your fault, but it would really help me do my job if you'd bring me what I asked for. Thanks for your time. Propulsion cannon retrieved. Thank you. Now go away. Entering hibernation mode. Boss, this hobby of yours isn't making my job any easier. Or safer.
Maybe so, but it's all that's stopping me from being so bored I take a spacewalk in my skivvies.
Whatever that means. But it seems like they were thriving, at least for a while. Now, I thought we did get another transmission, but maybe not. But I think I'm gonna wait a minute until Sunbeam lands at the rendezvous point. But I'll be back in a minute. And hello everybody. Seems like Sunbeam is coming back in, but something else is making sounds.
Survivor, we see you. Man, I don't know how you held out down there. We broke an atmosphere, and we're descending towards the landing site.
Oh no.
Is that a building down there? What do you mean you can't identify it?
It's kind of a bad time to run out of water too.
No turning back now. Positions, everyone. Touching down at 10, 9, 8.
And if that's what I'm
It's coming from
suspecting
the
it to
building.
believe. Yeah.
Change course. Set thrusters to full.
This game does a really good job at building us up just to instantly crush all of our hopes and dreams. But probably end up dying of thirst on the island, so I'll have to end up coming back for my sea moth. When I was looking at where the location of the Eagle Bay parts were, I also did kind of look at where this multi-purpose room parts are too. So I think I kind of want to make it a point to try and get those. At least before I end this video off, because like I said, I do want to try to get at least starter base down. I still don't feel like I've made very much progress in this episode just yet. So still got a little bit of time. I did end up making it back to the island, just because I kind of wanted to explore. Maybe there's a way to get into here, and I'm just not seeing it. But either way, I think we can get our items back that we lost, which we very much needed. And I'm not really sure if there's a way in here. So I think we're gonna take our sea moth, and then we're gonna go try to explore that cave. Hello everybody. It kind of took me a while to actually find my way back here, funnily enough. But we're back here and hopefully gonna grab a couple blueprints. Not sure how deep we're actually able to go without all of those things attacking us.
Warning, maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Nor am I really sure where to go from in here. I guess we'll end up just leaving our ship right here,
Passing 100
pointed at the
meters.
ceiling,
Oxygen efficiency decreased.
and we'll try to go find
Passing 200 meters.
some
Oxygen
blueprints.
efficiency greatly decreased.
I think I see some right here, but I have a good feeling it's not safe. So we're gonna go ahead and probably save up here. Just in case, because I have a good feeling I'll probably die right here. But scared money's no money.
Signal location uploaded to PDA. Integrating new PDA data. Integrating new PDA data.
There wasn't actually any loot there, oddly enough.
Oxygen.
Go ahead and check it back. But we're gonna, I think it just marked a new spot. I'm gonna go ahead and rearrange my inventory real quick. And we'll go back down. not exactly sure where
Passing 200 meters.
we're supposed to find
Oxygen
these
efficiency greatly
parts,
decreased.
but I'm gonna continue to try at least. And I think that's one right there. We're just gonna go straight for it. Ooh. Weird. There's a lot of horrible sounds happening. But we got a blueprint.
New blueprint
Nothing really
acquired.
else. Just gonna go ahead and stay low and try to get out of here.
30 seconds.
I think we'll come back after we get the upgrade for our ship. Just because it's so fragile. I mean, I'm not even able to go up near the surface of it. But now we have a choice of Life Pod 17 or the habitat. I think we might actually just go straight for the habitat after we give our Seamouth a quick repair.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
And now we're good to go. And then if you're at the entrance of this cave, it actually may be another mushroom cave. So we might actually have more opportunity to try and get some parts we need. But slowly inch our way in. Park the Seamoth right here and go down and
100
around.
meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased. Passing 200 meters.
I'm hoping these
Oxygen
ones
efficiency
don't have
greatly
a little pink
decreased.
thing inside. Oh. We actually just stole one of their eggs. Should probably try to find out how to get inside here. There we go. There we go, multi-purpose room. Now we'll finally be able to start a base at least. There we go.
New blueprint acquired.
That's kind of the whole point of this entire episode. Is all leading up to
30
this room.
seconds.
Oh, we have to get out of here. Hurry up back to our ship. Gotta at least try to make it out of here with that stuff. I believe this was the thing that was marked. So this should be the main objective. Oh, here's the PDA.
Integrating new PDA data.
Can't actually hurt those things. But try to get all the blueprints we can out of this place before we're inevitably forced to leave.
New blueprint acquired.
Oh, and there we go. Ultra
New
high
blueprint
capacity tank.
acquired. 30 seconds.
And now we gotta try to get out of here. And back to our ship. And I really want that observation dome. But I think that's the last piece we'll need. So I'll go ahead and swim down and grab it. And then I'll probably see you guys back in base.
Greatly decreased.
Hello everybody. We're finally back at base. And kind of preparing just to get... I kind of want this whole ultra high capacity tank, which we are able to craft right now. So I think we'll probably go ahead and do that. At least while we can. And we need an ion cube. We can craft a purple tablet. How do we actually craft this high capacity tank? Is it in our... Maybe we need some sort of upgraded crafting terminal. But that's right. Continue using our tier 2 one. Just for now. But we'll go ahead and listen to this audio it was given us.
I thought it might get claustrophobic living underwater. Father feels it is. He'd tell me it was childish, but I stare out the window and sometimes I think how lucky I am to see this world up close. Back on the island, I wouldn't have believed the creatures that live down here. The fish, they glow. There's one that's 90% eyeball. Snakes twice the length of a habitat compartment. Certainly, it's not all friendly. Most of the plant life's toxic. Learned that the hard way. But I've managed to coax some marble melons into growing indoors. And when they don't cover our dietary needs, well, we eat the fish themselves. It's a bit gross, but it's nothing they wouldn't do. I've been attempting to document my findings. Father approves. He says understanding is power. That the more we know about this planet, the more we can use it to our advantage. I'm just doing it because it's fun. It's not easy without proper equipment and network access, but the old-fashioned way, observing, taking notes, testing theories, shows me the world in a way a spectroscopic analysis never could. Lately I've been watching the crab snakes. They ambush their prey as it tries to feed on the mushrooms they hide in. What they don't eat settles on the seabed, which fertilizes the mushrooms, which feeds the herbivores, and so the chain continues. Co-evolution gives me the fuzzies.
So it seems like there are actually still people trying to thrive here, even with everything that's going on. So I guess I don't know why that wasn't a thought. I mean, it is a habitable planet, but in order to craft the thing I want to craft, I need a stalker tooth, which I'm not exactly how to get yet, but it's alright. I think for now we'll just take our normal builder and go get our base started. Oh, there we go, we were actually given a stalker tooth. Now we just have to somehow get down there and grab it. This seems like we actually just got a second one. Grab this one. Grab this one and get out. We actually got really lucky right there. Because I believe it is only like a 25% chance for them to drop. And we got two back to back. But now we should be ready for some enameled glass. And I do want to craft, yeah, this one. Oh, we actually need 4 of it. I didn't even realize that. So it may actually be a little bit more expensive than I thought. That's alright though. It wasn't too bad to get him. Kind of just followed them around for a while until they ended up dropping one. should be good to go build our starter base now. We have all of our materials, and it's getting to be daytime. I think I want to actually build our base in this forest right here. Mainly because of like all of the natural arches in here. I think it served for a pretty cool base spot. But go ahead and put our base down. I think just about here should be good.
Seek fluid intake.
And that's actually not the one we wanted to do. I don't think these guys are actually like really all that dangerous. They don't really seem to have the ability to attack me. I mean, they definitely try, don't get me wrong, but I'm not sure if it's still possible. So I guess there's actually still one more step in our endeavors for a base. That glass ceiling is actually only the roof part of it. We still need a couple cast steel ingots. Which shouldn't be super hard. We just need a bunch of titanium. Which should be easy enough for us. We just have to go down and find some metal scrap. Like this one right here. Hello everyone. Now we should officially have everything. I've got our 2 glass steel, and I've got everything for the glass roof compartment. Now we just need to find a spot for the base. And I was kind of thinking in one of these areas. I could simply just put it. I don't really think this area has the depth I'm looking for. I'm kind of looking for more thickness to my forest area, or maybe even an entrance like this. Oh, that scared me. But maybe something like this would suffice. Kind of just somewhere that my base would fit. I think we can actually do it
30 seconds.
right here. And I think that was actually a pretty solid spot. I don't really know how to get inside. And I think we need a hatch. But we're going to put our glass dome on it. There we go. We actually do get a little sneak peek on the inside. And I think we'll put it right here.
emergency power only. Oxygen production offline.
Look at this. We officially have our own safety bubble. After, of course, we build a solar panel or two. Oh, and the stalker's actually chasing us. I believe this can go anywhere. I don't think it particularly matters.
Welcome aboard, power restored. All primary systems online.
And there we go. And we officially can say we have our own base. I really love the look of this inside area. It feels like an actual room, and we can make it just that with these large room areas. We can make aquariums. I think we're gonna do a little bit of decorating, maybe some building, and I'll probably come back when I'm done with that. Hello everybody. Finally back after doing a few upgrades.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Kinda just added a little bit to this. Nothing too much, but just a couple little additions.
Welcome
I added
aboard,
an aquarium,
Captain.
a couple little fish. I only originally caught him, but I felt bad because he didn't have a friend, so I got that cool little guy. And now we have our own little aquarium. And one thing about building is I didn't realize we actually need hull integrity to even support our ship, which is kind of an interesting little feature they added. But I think we can craft these spotlights and have them lighting up the area around our base. But I know this episode wasn't super eventful, but I hope all of you enjoyed it nonetheless. Next episode I'll definitely focus heavier into the exploration rather than just trying to get a base down. But hopefully next time we'll have an upgraded and fully furbished base. But I hope you all enjoyed. And wherever you guys are, I hope you have a good day or a good night. It is about that time. But I hope you all enjoyed. And I'll see you in the next one.